Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I've got a brand new theory to share with you, and this time, we're looking ahead at what might be coming to Dreamlight Valley in the near future. On October 15th, we'll be getting a brand new showcase all about Wishblossom Ranch, the next big expansion. But while we're excited for that, it's also worth noting that the current 2025 roadmap is coming to a close. And that can only mean one thing: a fresh roadmap for the first half of 2026 is likely just around the corner. Last year, the roadmap for 2025 was revealed at the end of October, so we might see the same pattern again. Either during the upcoming presentation or shortly after, we could get a glimpse of what 2026 has in store. Let's talk about what's left on the 2025 roadmap. There's one final free update expected in early or mid-December. The teaser image shows Cinderella's carriage, pumpkins, and the Dreamlight Castle, alongside the phrase, "Make your dreams come true." That strongly suggests Cinderella will be joining the valley this winter. But will she come with a realm? That's still uncertain. The castle might just be part of the aesthetics, or it could be hinting at something more. If there's no realm, it would feel like a missed opportunity, though not entirely surprising. Remember, Sally was added last winter without one. We may see a similar approach here. Most likely, Cinderella will join with a small, charming twist, and we'll have to wait until 2026 for new realms to return. Now, what kind of gameplay might come with this update? Given Cinderella's story and the furniture we've seen tied to her so far, a feature related to sewing or fabric design seems likely. She was even shown in the very first Dreamlight Valley trailer, which could point to some long-standing plans. However, with Daisy's boutique already in the game, it seems unlikely we'll get custom clothing creation, and a full shop with new clothes feels a bit too ambitious for a free update. Instead, we might see something more practical, like the ability to recolor outfits and furniture. That alone would open up a world of creative possibilities. Whatever it is, I'm just happy to finally welcome Cinderella to the valley. Now let's take a look ahead and dive into my predictions for the 2026 roadmap. These aren't just based on personal hopes. They follow patterns we've seen in how Gameloft structures updates, releases expansions, and introduces characters. I believe the Dreamlight Valley team works with intentional and recurring patterns, and honestly, that's a smart approach. It helps deliver consistent results and ensures that updates roll out on time. If you compare the timing of recent updates, expansions, and star paths to those from the previous year, you'll quickly notice that they follow a nearly identical rhythm. And it's not just in the timing, the structure of the content follows similar trends too. Take the recent update with Lumiere and Cogsworth, two side characters added to an existing realm, bringing new life and fresh magic to a space we already know. The same thing happened around the same time last year, when Timon and Pumbaa were introduced as side characters to the Lion King realm. That pattern was even casually referenced in the last showcase, and that method isn't just great for giving lesser featured characters a chance to shine, it's also a practical necessity. Every November we get a major expansion, and most of the developers' time and resources likely go into finalizing that content. So it makes sense that there wouldn't be time to develop a whole new realm at the same time. Because of that, I believe we'll continue to see this approach every year. Now, what will change going forward is how expansions themselves are released. With Wishblossom Ranch, we're stepping into a new era, one where expansions arrive in full rather than in parts over several updates. This shift could naturally restructure the team's internal workflow, but in my opinion, it's likely meant to free up time, allowing each update to be better executed while the team also prepares the next big expansion behind the scenes. Let's begin with early 2026. My prediction? Hercules and Megara will arrive along with a brand new realm. So why this duo? Think back to how Jasmine and Aladdin joined the game earlier this year. Jafar appeared first, and a few months later, we got a realm, themed decorations, and a Valentine's Day star path to tie it all together. In Storybook Vale, we saw Aurora and Maleficent arrive. Hades came separately, bringing Mythopia with him. But so far, Mythopia doesn't have much decor, and I believe that's intentional. Adding Hercules and Megara would not only bring one of Disney's beloved couples into the game, but it would also fill out Mythopia with new items and complete the theme. Plus, a Greek-inspired star path would be a perfect seasonal fit. Next up, the Spring 2026 update. As many of us have noticed, one of the biomes in Wishblossom Ranch seems heavily inspired by Winnie the Pooh, and yet no sign of Pooh himself. If he doesn't appear in the expansion, I believe he'll be added in the spring update, maybe even with Piglet or Rabbit. Even if he is part of Wishblossom Ranch, there's still a chance for other characters and maybe even a realm to come later. This would mirror what happened in Storybook Vale, where we saw areas that looked like Wonderland, but Alice and the Cheshire Cat didn't arrive until the spring with their own realm. So I wouldn't be surprised if Winnie the Pooh and friends are saved for spring 2026. Now let's move on to the summer update. This year's summer update focused heavily on story content, and I think we'll see a continuation of that trend, especially with the Forgotten. I don't expect a new realm or biome, but more interaction with the Forgotten, possibly in locations like the Treehouse, the Forgotten Castle, or the Mines. I also think we'll get just one new character. Right now, there aren't any obvious clues pointing to who it might be. Last year, Skull Rock hinted at Peter Pan, but we currently don't have anything like that. Still, there's one character we've seen before in the first Dreamlight Valley trailer and as a Scramble Coin statue, but he hasn't made it into the game yet. Wreck-It Ralph. Bringing Ralph into the story would make a lot of sense. His journey of self-discovery, being labeled a villain but wanting to do good, mirrors the Forgotten's arc beautifully. Imagine Ralph helping the Forgotten understand their own strengths and find where they truly belong in the valley. And here's a little personal wish. I'd love for the Forgotten to become fully customizable. Imagine not just giving them a name, but also changing their clothes and appearance. That would be such a powerful addition. Have you spotted any patterns or clues that I missed? Do you agree with these predictions? Or do you think Gameloft will surprise us with something totally unexpected? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this theory and want more, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.